All right, welcome in my fellow fitness enthusiasts to today's instructional video coming at you from Revision Training LLC. Today we're going to be talking about one of the more high-tech pieces of equipment that you're going to find on the market, a rope. Not exactly high-tech, right? My name is Tyler Marin, and today I'm going to teach you everything and anything that you'll want to know about jumping rope and how beneficial this really can be for you guys. I know I jump on here and say just about everything, like, oh, this is my favorite, I love this piece of equipment. Jumping rope really is beneficial in so many ways. So I'm going to talk you guys through the benefits of it. I'm going to talk to you through the structure, kind of the different ropes that you can find, and then we'll go through a little bit of technique. So if this is the first time you've checked out one of my videos, my name is Tyler Marin. I'm a three-time Paralympic athlete, motivational speaker, and personal trainer, and owner of Revision Training LLC, where our mission is to bring fitness to you guys in an accessible format. So whether you're sighted or visually impaired, doesn't matter, right? If you're sighted, you got full camera view of what I'm doing here. If you're visually impaired, don't worry about it. Stick with me. I'm going to give clear descriptions of everything that I'm doing, so you should be able to follow along. I want you guys to give me a comment on this video, like it, share it, thumbs up. Make sure that you're joining the communities that we're building. I'm getting a lot of great feedback from everybody about how these videos are helping them. I'm just so excited about bringing this stuff to you guys. So without further ado, let's talk jump rope, okay? So jumping rope has been a technique for conditioning that's been around for a really, really long time. Some of the benefits that you're gonna come across, okay? First of all, one of the major benefits that you're gonna find is that not only does jumping rope affect your cardiovascular system, okay, so it builds up the strength of your heart and your lungs, but it also builds up overall strength in your body. Speed, agility, coordination, muscle tonicity. You're gonna burn a lot of calories. There's so much benefit from jumping rope. Also, if you're somebody who is combating osteoporosis, make sure, of course, that you clear any new activity with your physician, but jumping rope is a weight-bearing activity, okay? So in order for us to combat osteoporosis and osteopenia, we need to do exercises that are load-bearing. When our bones have stress on them, that's gonna force our bones to break down and recalcify, which makes them stronger. So when you're jumping rope, you're gonna create that load bearing on the skeletal system that's gonna help calcify your bones and combat osteoporosis. So jumping rope can be so beneficial in so many ways. Lots of other benefits that go along with it. On a personal note, if you're somebody who's visually impaired, jumping rope really saved me in a lot of ways when we talk about my athletic career. So as a young man, when I started losing vision because of my eye condition, running around the block became less and less of an appealing option for me. Became quite a bit more nervous trying to jog around my neighborhood. So I said, I have to find something that I can still work out with. I need to be cardiovascular fit. I started jumping rope, and not only was it much safer for me, but I actually found that it improved my cardiovascular fitness, my agility, my coordination, better than I had expected. So huge, huge benefits to it. And I would definitely love for you guys to comment and question anything else that I can provide for that if you have thoughts on jumping rope, but the benefits of it are tremendous across the board. So let's talk a little bit about the structure, and then we'll go through some techniques. So what I have here is a basic, what we would call a speed rope, okay? So this is a lighter rope. The material is made out of like a nylon fabric, maybe a little bit of like a plastic mix. I don't know, I'm not an engineer, so I don't know how to describe it, but it's got kind of a vinyl feel to it, I suppose. This one actually has the handles, have ball bearings in them, so the handles are designed to spin really easily around the cable, around the rope itself. The handles are padded, they're easily gripped. Something like this is not gonna cost you very much at your local sports store or online. You can order these really easy. Now there's some different ropes that you can get. One of the recommendations for people just getting started is that you actually look for a little bit of a heavier rope. It's going to give you a little bit more feedback. So even a rope that weighs a fourth of a pound, something like that can really help give you a lot more tactile feedback about where the rope is as it swings around you, and it helps build up your coordination, okay? So lighter rope, not always necessarily better. Also, there are ropes that you can get that are quite a bit heavier, okay? You can get ropes that are several pounds so that as you're jumping, not only are you getting a cardiovascular burn, but there's a lot more tension and pressure that goes through your arms, your chest, your shoulders, your core. So there's a lot of variation that you can get with these jump ropes. Again, many of them very inexpensive. If you look for one of the higher end, heavier ropes, you might be adding a little bit more to the bill, but lots of benefits that can come from that, okay? So when choosing a rope, a lot of times you can find ropes that are adjustable. This one doesn't happen to be, but this is a pretty good length for me. What I find is that you want a rope that if you stand, right, with your elbows at your side and your hands slightly out from your waist along your side, that the rope is kind of loose under your feet. Like, so I'm standing on the rope right now, and it's not super tight. My hands are at about waist level. I've got a little bit of slack in the rope. So this one is pretty good for me. It's not super long, it's not super short. There are a lot of ropes online that are adjustable though, so that you can find that right middle point. If you have a rope that's too long, it's gonna tick the ground really firmly and jump back up and catch your feet. If you have one that's too short, obviously you can think about why that would be super challenging, right? So finding the right length of the rope and finding something comfortable is definitely something that you need to work with a little bit. Most ropes though are gonna be pretty universal. So let's talk about the technique. I'm gonna set the rope down for a second, and even if you don't have a jump rope, if you're watching this video right now, here's something that you can start working on, because a lot of people think about jumping rope as literally jumping, right? So if I squat down and I'm jumping up in the air, I'm squatting down and jumping up in the air. So it's a little bit less sporadic than that, okay? Jumping rope in its purest form, in its simplest form, is really about being compact and efficient. Okay, so the position that I want you to start off in, and again, if you don't have a rope, you can do this with me right now. You don't even have to have a rope to practice that jumping rope movement. Now the first thing, let's start off at the feet. The first thing is, through the entire process, you're really gonna stay up on the balls of your feet the entire time. Really, unless you're doing a pretty advanced technique, unless you're really, really good with the jump roping, there's no reason that your heels should be hitting the floor, okay? You, me, the average jump roper, we're gonna stay up on the balls of our feet. My heels are not gonna hit the ground. So right now, I'm just kind of bouncing up and down on my feet. The balls of my feet are staying on the floor, bounce, 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 bounce. The balls of my feet are just lifting off the floor a quarter of an inch, a half an inch. My heels aren't touching the ground. I'm just kind of bouncing on my toes, okay? My knees stay just slightly bent, okay? So I'm gonna turn sideways so you guys can see this. This is with my knees totally locked. I've got my knees as straight as I can. I'm standing all the way up, my heels are flat on the floor. I've got my knees completely locked. Now, if I push my knees forward just an inch or two, I haven't really like bent my knees. I'm not like squatting down, but I go from locked knees to soft knees, okay? Pushing your knees forward just a little bit. And what that does is it disengages a lot of the ligaments in the knees, and it engages more of the quad muscles, okay? Jumping rope is all about taking the stress off your joints and putting it on the muscles, right? So as we stay up on the balls of our feet and not let our heels drive into the floor, we're keeping pressure out of our ankles and putting it in the calves. As you flex your knees just slightly, you're taking pressure out of your knees and putting it in your thighs, right? So moving up again, posture. We've talked a little bit about this in other videos, so if you guys haven't seen some of my other videos, check them out. Head over your shoulders, shoulders over your hips, right? If I'm jumping rope and I'm leaning way forward, then I'm losing my efficiency. I'm losing that capacity for my spine to be straight, my abs to engage as I'm doing that jump rope movement, okay? So very, very, very slight bend in the knees, okay? We don't want the knees completely locked out straight. We want a little bit of a spring in the knees, okay? And we want your head and your shoulders up, okay? Super tall. Now, your arm position here, this is really big. Again, jumping rope, it's not about swinging your arms widely in big circles. It's about little wrist flick movements while the rest of your body stays pretty strong and stable. So here's how we're gonna get into this position. We've got the lower half now. I'm up on the balls of my feet. My knees are soft, my head is up, shoulders are back. Keep your elbows at your side, so bend your elbows 90 degrees. Hold your hands out in front of you like you're holding a bowl of soup in each hand. Okay, so my palms are facing up, my elbows are at my side, my hands are at about waist level or kind of belly level out in front of me. Now, if you imagine you have a bowl of soup in each hand and you bring those soups together in front of you, okay? You're not reaching your arms out in front of you, you're not moving your elbows at all, your elbows stay at your side. Bring those two bowls of soup together in front of you. This is called internal rotation, okay? So you're pivoting at the shoulder to bring your hands in towards each other. So your elbows are as wide as your body, your hands are close together. Now go the other way. Keep your elbows right at your ribs, but pretend like you're gonna hand that bowl of soup in each hand to a person on your left and a person on your right. This is external rotation, okay? Internal rotation, we're bringing the soup bowls together. External rotation, we're handing them off to the people on our side. But the whole time, your elbows stay right here at your ribs. Rotate in, rotate out. This is internal external rotation of the shoulder, of the glenohumeral joint. Now, when you do jump roping, you're gonna keep your elbow bent to 90 degrees and you're gonna externally rotate, okay? So essentially what I'm doing, imagine that you're gripping and holding onto the handles, your elbows are in at your side, and you've got your arms turned open, externally rotated, as you're doing this movement. So now, again, without even using a jump rope right now, up on the balls of your feet, knees are soft, back is straight, head is up, elbows are in by your side, externally rotate your arms so your hands are out to your side, but your elbows are in tight. We're gonna bounce up and down, okay? And just kind of keep your hands out to the side as if you're holding a rope and we're doing the jump rope movement, okay? So right now, I'm jumping rope and I don't even have a rope. This is okay. Bouncing up and down, I've got my arms out to my side. You could grab a couple of soup cans, right? So you got a little weight that you're working with, totally fine. You don't have a jump rope yet? Go ahead and work on that technique, all right? So now we've got that basic jumping technique. If you have a rope, you can give it a shot, okay? Starting off with the rope behind you. So I am now in my jump rope position that we just practiced. I've got my hands out to my side. My hands might be just like slightly in front of my body, but I've got my arms externally rotated. The handles of the rope are parallel with the floor, okay? So I don't have them pointed straight up towards the ceiling. I've got my arms or my hands turned so that my palms are facing up. I'm gripping the handles and the handles are now flat to the ground, essentially. I've got the rope right behind me. The rope is kind of resting right now on my heels. And what I'm gonna do, and if this is new to you guys, you can practice just one at a time. I'm going to bring the rope back. I'm gonna kind of bring my arms back to get it swinging, bring it up over my head, and then swing it under my feet and hop over it, okay? And you can just start with one. If this is new for you, just start with one. Got it behind me. I'm gonna round, jump over it once, okay? Then I'm gonna reset. I've got it behind me, got my hands out to the side. And when I jump, I'm not trying to squat down and jump really high. I'm trying to just boop, pop up off my heels, up off the balls of my feet. You like that noise? Boop. I don't know what noise that is. And so I'm gonna practice again. Swing it around, okay? Gonna hop over it once. Now, as you kind of get that rhythm, try twice, okay? I'm gonna swing it around twice. 1, 2, okay? And I'm gonna pause for a second. I'm gonna try it again. And as you get better with this, then we can just start going. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can feel that rhythm, that cadence. If you're watching me right now, what you're gonna notice, my whole body's jumping up and down, but I'm not moving my whole body. I'm springing off my toes. My arms, my back, my shoulders, everything's kind of like statue still, and all the movement's coming out of my ankles and my wrists to make this happen, okay? So, pretty simply put, jumping rope. I'm already kind of getting that feeling in my chest, starting to get my heart rate up a little bit. Very challenging, guys. Very good for your body. This is something that is beneficial for just about anybody and everybody who wants to get in better shape. One last thing we'll talk about, just a couple other techniques that you can also do, like a running technique. Okay, I'm gonna set the rope down again just to kind of show this. So instead of kind of bouncing up and down on both feet, so I'm kind of back in my jump rope position, you can alternate feet. So I'm gonna bring my right foot up off the floor, I'm gonna be on my left foot, and then I'm gonna jump and switch. So kind of like that high knee march that we've done in other workout videos, where my right knee's up, left knee up, right knee up, left knee up. So it's a high knee kind of jog in place. You can do that while jumping rope. So again, I'm gonna do it here without even using a rope. I'm gonna hop, 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 one foot, other foot, one foot, other foot, okay? I've got my arms out to my side, elbows right at my ribs, arms externally rotated, and I'm swinging the rope. I'm gonna be swinging the rope underneath me, keeping my back straight and my head up. So again, this is a timing issue. For anybody who is frustrated with jumping rope, it's a timing issue, guys. Sometimes it's a little bit easier for people to coordinate. If it's something that's challenged you, take your time with it. Don't get crazy frustrated with it, because a lot of people find this challenging. But once you get it, oh, it's magical. This is such a great exercise for you. So I would encourage you to keep practicing it and trying it, and keep working with it. So again, kind of that jog in place, left, right, left, right. I am swinging the rope around, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Switching my feet, jogging in place, okay? I'm gonna keep it pretty basic for today. The way that you can set up workouts for this, so many options. You can jump rope for 30 seconds at a time and then take a break. You can do a Tabata timer. There's several things that you can set up. I know guys that will jump rope for 45 minutes. It's crazy long, right? So lots and lots of options that you guys have. But I'm telling you, if you're looking for inexpensive and effective ways to make yourself a better athlete, to give yourself more of a challenge, grab a jump rope. You won't be disappointed in it. That's all I got for today. Give me a thumbs up, give me a like, comment, please. Let me know that this video helped you out. Share it, join the communities, invite people to join us together, right? That's how we make a difference. Let's build that community and make sure that we have the opportunity to be fit. From revision training, let's change the way we look at it. Make it a strong day.